So you just got FL Studio and have no idea how to use it. I get it. A lot of people come from BandLab and they just want more flexibility on what they can do with their voices. So today I'm gonna teach you how to use FL Studio as fast and as accurate I can show you. So everything should be done through the mixer track onto the playlist. So we'll set up everything in here first before we go to here to actually record. So let's make sure your options are already set right. The options, MIDI settings, audio, and your input/output device. Now, depending on what type of interface you're using, you could be using an Apollo, or you could be using a Focusrite USB, or you could be using something that I don't even know the name of, but it's probably better than a Focusrite. So you want to head down to ACO devices and then select your USB interface. I have a USB interface. Some people use Thunderbolt, which I think that's a possibility, and I think it's better, but that's for like way down the road. Now you want to change your buffer length. This will cause a bit of latency. Some people notice it, some people don't, but at 512 there's like a 2 millisecond delay, or maybe 5 or whatever it is. If you change this to 128, you'll have the lowest latency possible and it won't bug you as much, and it can get to the point to where it's like really bad. Your offset should be set all the way to the left for -200%. This will also help latency if you're having problems with that, and triple buffer should be on as well. Now we're done with the settings. We can go to the mixer track, go to track 1, and there's this little box here on the right above where your plugins go, and you should be able to change this to 1 or 2. Never do both. At least for me, I never do both because it'll play twice than it needs to. So input 1. Your interface should change how this works. Sometimes interfaces have 2 plugins, so if you want to record on the second one, then do that. For me, in this case, I'm using the first one. So we're gonna select that, and now you'll be able to hear yourself at this point. It should have turned on the red dot for you. I'm recording my voice while doing this, so it's not gonna pick up anything. But this red dot should be on, and you should be able to see your decibels going up and down, and that's your voice. If you don't want to hear it, you can also turn this off for now. What we want to do is set up to where if we add effects, we're able to take them off later on. It makes the process of mixing a whole lot easier, especially if you're working with somebody who's editing your voice for you. So let's set that up. So let's go to 1, and these are links down here. This will show you visually where your sound is going or where your voice is going. So this is going to the master track. Master track holds everything. It holds everything that's in here. It all goes to here. This is kind of like the final output. So instead of going to the master track, we're gonna route this to the next one. So right click on this arrow, route to this track only, and we should be on number 2. And after setting up to number 2, your voice will come from the first to the second and then to the master. And this is where we want to put all of our vocal plugins. So I don't know what you have, but go ahead and grab it and add it on. Or if you have a preset, you can also drag and drop that from a folder onto this little mixer track. Make sure it falls onto 2 if you're using 2. And after you have that all set up, you should be able to hear yourself with the effects going to your master already. Now we want to hook this up to the actual playlist. So to do that, let's open playlist first of all, and then we'll go to track 1. We'll right click on this, track mode, audio track, and all of this is all your mixer tracks. So if you want to record your voice, we're on insert 1. That's where that is. I'm pretty sure you would use insert 1. Yeah, use insert 1. I'm giving you guys the tutorial. So after we do that, we should be able to press this red button, and you should be able to hear yourself at the same time. And this is the same thing as over here. So if I activated this red button here, it will turn it off over here or turn it on. And after that, you should see your decibels moving here on the right in this little tiny box. And that's how you know you can hear yourself or you can record. If you don't like hearing yourself while you record, you can also turn off this second mixer track, I think it was, and then record that way. But most times I like to record while listening to myself to make sure I'm pronouncing things correctly. So I'll just use both of them active. So after I got that set up, we're already ready to record. You can press this little red button. Always make sure this is on before you start recording, so that you don't go 2 minutes into a song and you haven't said a thing yet because you didn't hit the record track. This is not the same as that record. This is an actual start of recording. This is just to, it's like a button to let you know that you can hear yourself, and this is the track you're recording on, if that makes sense. And after that, you should be ready to drag in your beat to the next track and then start going over and over again. The more you record, it'll put these little invisible boxes out, or your wave track. If you keep pressing that and recording and doing take after take, it'll build a folder so that all your voices are in there. So what I do with this is I just color code it. Click on the first track, hold Control and Shift, or is it just, yeah, Control and Shift, right click, and you can change this color. Let's do green. And this will be your recording track, and it'll do a little fade. And then you just keep going over and 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 over again. If you don't like a take or you have too many of these, you can right click on them and then scroll down to delete. Okay, and it'll delete them. So let's say you want to record, but you want to be actually like organized. You can do it back and forth, and then go again, put that up here, and boom, you should only be using 2. And that's pretty much it. If you learned something, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and keep cooking. Keep cooking.